Welcome to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. The big story. I'm glad to hear that these people all sound healthy and happy because the big story continues to be the looming threat of the coronavirus. For Lent, I am giving up licking doorknobs. Now, concerns of a global pandemic are growing, but fear not. The president knows he has a solemn duty to protect himself because the Trump campaign is afraid that the coronavirus will hurt his re-election bid. I look forward to that transcript being released. Hello, Ukraine. I need dirt on a hunter coronavirus. So yesterday, Trump tried to reassure us all.
There's a very good chance you're not going to die.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah, really nice.
That's very comforting. Thank you very much. This is your captain speaking. We are beginning our final descent into Chicago's O'Hare Airport. Put your tray tables up because we've got a solid chance of landing this sucker. I say odds are 60-40. We walk away from this. Trump knows who's to blame for what he sees as unnecessary panic. Low ratings, fake news, MSDNC, Comcast, and CNN are doing everything possible to make the coronavirus look as bad as possible. The coronavirus is totally contained. It will not become a pandemic like smallpox, the swine flu, or Sears. Now, why is he blaming the media for a disease? Well, here's the thing. The stock market fell almost 2,000 points in 2 days and was down again today. So to quell the panic on the street, Trump dispatched White House economic advisor and, oh my God, he's got the virus! I'm sorry, that's just what it looks like. Larry Kudlow. Kudlow went on the TV yesterday and he said these words.
We have contained this. We have contained this. I won't say airtight, but pretty close to airtight.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Because everybody knows all you need to prevent the spread of a virus is pretty close to airtight. I mean, we all watch The Hot Zone.
Hole. Oh, yeah, it's still pretty close to airtight.
Another, don't know how that show ends. I don't know how that show ends. Another Trump guy trying to put the nation at ease is acting Homeland Security Secretary and man who looks like his name is Chad Wolf. Chad Wolf. Yesterday, in his Senate testimony, the wolf got neutered by Republican John Kennedy about the percentage of coronavirus mortality rates.
It's between 1.5% and 2%.
Okay, what's the mortality rate for influenza over the last, say, 10 years in America?
It's also right around that percentage as well. I don't have that offhand, but it's right around 2% as well.
You sure of that?
It's a little bit, yes, sir.
Judges? Oh, Chad, I'm sorry. The mortality rate for the flu is actually around 0.1%, so he was only off by 2,000%. He would be a terrible pharmacist. Okay, here's your prescription. You're going to want to take 200 pills every 4 minutes with a meal. Now, fear of the virus has led many to wear masks in the United States, and the CDC has released this actual graphic detailing which styles of facial hair are best for wearing respirator masks and which ones do not work. Oh God, all of Brooklyn is dead. They will be missed. They will be missed.
Gentrification.
Of course, the style that gives the mask the best seal is clean shaven, but other safe styles include Zorro, Walrus, and best of all, Soul Patch. So congratulations on your continued health, Smash Mouth. Somebody once told me my beard was gonna save me. I'm pretty cool that I'm not dead. Now we're all, that's all there is. That's all there is to that song. And we're all still recovering from last night's Democratic debate where all the candidates adopted Bernie's plan of yelling about Bernie's plans. And I'll catch you up on all the campaign in tonight's
have a plan for that.
I beat Trump.
The biggest misconception is that I'm boring.
We're at each other's throats.
Made a lot of money.
I'm going to beat this man like a drum.
Bing, bing, bong, bong.
Fury Road to the White House 2020. Witness me!
Today, people love the Fury Road. Today, Donald Trump jumped in with his own review of the debate. Crazy, chaotic Democrat debate last night. Fake news said Biden did well, even though he said half of our population was shot to death. Would be over for most. Mini Mike was weak and unsteady, but helped greatly by his many commercials, which are not supposed to be allowed, during a debate. Pocahontas was mean and undisciplined, mostly aiming at Crazy Bernie and Mini Mike. They don't know how to handle her, but I know she is a chocker. Chocker. I think he was trying to spell choker, but failed to perform the crucial task at the key moment when everything was on the line. Now, one candidate who's working hard, took a second, but thank you very much. One candidate who's working hard to recapture the lead is former vice president and man who breaks all the hearts on bingo night, Joe Biden. Joe has been hitting the trail hard in recent weeks, and he's been repeating this story about what happened when he tried to visit Nelson Mandela in prison.
I came back from South Africa trying to see Nelson Mandela and getting arrested for trying to see him on Robben Island. I had the great honor of meeting him. I had the great honor of being arrested with our UN ambassador on the streets of Soweto trying to get to see him on Robben Island.
That's an incredibly moving story. I mean, the only thing that would make it more moving is if it had happened, because it turns out he was not arrested. In fact, his campaigns admitted that, no, he did not get arrested while trying to visit Nelson Mandela. When asked about it, Joe Biden's deputy campaign manager confirmed that what actually happened was, while he was on a congressional delegation trip to South Africa in the 1970s, Biden was not arrested, but he was separated from his party at the airport. Nelson Mandela was in prison for 27 years, but one time I lost sight of my co-workers in the Delta terminal, so I get it. Hey, where'd you go? Help, I'm arrested. Wait, there you are. There you are. You're gone. Where are you now? Where you're back? Barack. Speaking of delusional, former New York mayor and old man asking, now is this the whip or the nay-nay? Michael Bloomberg. Mayor Bloomberg has gotten a lot of attention for opening a fire hydrant of money to spread his core message that he has a fire hydrant of money. And now he's trying to push things even further by bringing on a new campaign advisor, the former president of E! That's right. He's getting advice from the folks that brought you the Kardashians. So get ready to see Mike Bloomberg break the internet. Apparently, he looks good. He looks really good. Apparently, the primary task of this new advisor is to get late-night hosts to work campaign themes into their monologues, claiming if you hear Stephen Colbert mentioning Mike Bloomberg more often in the coming weeks, it may not be by accident. I resent that accusation. All of my monologue comes together by accident. Jim, show him my writer's room. That's my head writer. That's Pickles. That is my head writer, Pickles. He has been with me since Exit 57. Now, unlike many Bloomberg endeavors, he's not trying to buy time in late night. No, according to this report, he wants to develop unpaid relationships with late-night talk show hosts, which I find even more insulting. As a principled comedian, I would never shape my content around a person or a brand for free. That, no. No.
Come on now.
That would be a betrayal of all the brands who pay me. So, Michael Bloomberg, listen here. If you come knocking on my door, I won't answer. But I will know that you're there thanks to Nest Doorbell from Google. We got a great show for you tonight. Jason Segel is here. When we return,